Now, the riots are narrowing down, but it moved to a lot of different cities around the country in the United States. You got it in New York, you got it in Boston. More likely it'll come up in Chicago because some of those are sanctuary cities. But that's okay. But the LA riots is showing me a lot about politics and how politicians through history are known liars, narcissistic manipulators, and we go for the shit. I never seen a generation of men and women that are so fragile, they're not conscious, that emotional, and not critical thinkers. We sit there and tore up LA for nothing because the laws are the laws. You ain't gonna win. But the only thing gonna happen, a lot of people jeopardize their freedom with rioting and being violent. You seen it in Charlottesville the last couple of years. You seen it in the George Floyd situation. Now you see it in the LA situation, and you even seen it in the DC insurrection. A lot of people went to prison in all them situations. Nothing ever come good with a violent riot. If you have a problem with what's going on in the company, just boycott. Don't spend your money with certain businesses. Let them know that you're against it. Don't go to work. Break down the infrastructure. But when you start committing violence and think you can beat the United States government because you're throwing rocks, you shoot a couple of pistols, you do some firebombing, that's a terrorist act. This should be a wake up call. When you get a governor on national TV, Gavin gonna say Donald Trump escalated the violence, but you didn't de-escalate it. Just say Donald Trump escalated when you see it. He brought in military troops that trained for military combat. They also trained for urban defense to protect our American city from an uprising that just happened. People got to understand, know the laws. When they had the insurrection in D.C., when they said he didn't call in American troops, now when he did call in American troops, what's the difference? When he didn't call him in, he didn't do a job. When he called him in, doing a job. This is bullshit. This is ludicrous. We got to stop letting them play with our psyche. The American government, the American troops are for foreign and domestic to protect us on our own soil from oppressors, from terrorism. You got to be thinkers. So Governor Gavin, the mayor of LA, and the police chief, y'all are a strong disservice to y'all community. None of y'all should be voted back in office. When people sit back and think about what happened, why it happened, and when billions of dollars got to come out the budget to rebuild the shit that they destroyed, when people get prosecuted and go to jail for 20 or 30 years, because majority of the people out there, I guarantee you, from me living in LA before, majority of people from the age of 12 up to about 40 have two strikes on them already. So some of them guys gonna have three strikes and they be in jail for the rest of their life from the three strike law that they never changed in California. But he talking about he love his people. The homelessness downtown, but he talking about he love his people. The high taxes in California, but he love his people. He don't love the high rent in California, but he love his people. No, they love chaos. They rather point the finger at someone than taking responsibility. They should have went out there as a governor and mayor and said, hey, y'all go home. Okay, just say the homeless not from California, but they out there. So it don't matter where they from, but they out there. Also, the Mexicans that's illegal ain't from California, but they out there. And y'all fighting for that. So fight for homelessness. Fight for better wages. Fight for taking down the rent. But at the end of the day, anytime you had leadership and the leadership don't go out there on the front line and say, hey, y'all take your ass home. Y'all get off the streets. It's a better way to do this because a lot of them young men and girls don't realize that they're going to prison. When this shit gets said and done, it's going to be a lot of people regretting that they made them actions, by tearing up that city. We see it hundreds of times over. Anytime you have a violent riot, people are going to federal prison. So wake up and stop letting these people play stupid game with them. Yes, Jupiter, they playing stupid game, but the thing about it, we don't need our leadership. We don't need the mayors. We don't need the governors. We don't need the police talking about, oh man, where we go, we don't need no assistance. Donald Trump is at fault. No matter who at fault, we should get them kids off the street. We shouldn't want them kids to be committing violent crime. We shouldn't be wanting them young men and women to go to prison for 20 and 30 years. Because one thing about this damn government, they ain't gonna pay for no bonds. They ain't gonna pay to get them no lawyers. They not coming to visit him, and he cannot get him a pardon because they're gonna be a federal charge. And Donald Trump is not gonna pardon him. Now they might get pardoned on the next administration, but at least likely to happen, cause the governorship don't care nothing about the people. They just sound good, just for a photo op. So we got to make sure we take care of ours. Yeah, you're right, Juvenile. They said the kids gonna play with fire and get burned. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't want our children in prison. So I'm about to go into the gym. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Man, start thinking, start being conscious. Stop letting these politicians control the narrative and control your life. Peace out, Os.